Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Dish. If you're watching this on the replay, skip forward, but hit the like button first, of course, and then skip forward. Welcome in, everybody.
Cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun, the Daily Dish with me, Ronnie Bradley. I hope that wherever you are out there watching, you're having a phenomenal day. Speaking of day as of the recording and live streaming of this show right now, it is 9:38 a.m. on the 17th day. 17th? Yes, 17th day of October in the year 2024. And yeah, here we are. Here we are with all kinds of breaking news. Apparently, I haven't seen this anywhere other than this comment. This is the first I've seen of this here at 9:38 in the morning. But apparently, this is breaking right now. So we have an opening date for Epic Universe, May 22nd of 2025. I'm assuming even though there's no year on there. But I may have to check that out during the show. Hopefully sound is good. Let me double check on one of my extraneous devices here. Yeah, that sounds like me. That sounds like me. So I think we're good. My goodness gracious me. Let us welcome everybody into the show this morning. As we actually got started on time, I think everything was okay with the intro and no background noise and no anything. And I think we're good. The only thing I don't have right now is the only thing I don't have right now is the redirect over to Culture Casino after this. So I will be looking for that to pop up during the show, and I will try and set that redirect when I have time during the show. So welcome everybody in this morning. Welcome everybody in. Welcome everybody in. Hopefully everybody is having a phenomenal day. Please click that like button on the way in. We appreciate that. And guys, I don't know if you know this, but if you have your notifications set, and of course do click the notification bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun, which eventually may need to change a little bit, because as I'm doing, as I grow on YouTube, I'm finding out YouTube doesn't love channels that have lots of different styles of content, if you will, on the channel. And of course, I do vlogs. We do vlogs, family vlogs, news videos like this, daily news show, as well as shorts that are funny. And I do impersonation stuff. And YouTube algorithm seems to like it if you only do one thing. So like there are channels that only do impersonations. That's their whole thing on the channel. And I guess those channels do better. So there may come a time when I decide that I need to divide this off and have just, this channel would probably become the news only channel, and then Follow the Bradley's Fun as the brand, as a vlogging brand, might go to a different channel, but still, like, this channel would be the one that actually changes its name first, and then I don't know, but we'll see. That's future. That's not right now. Right now is you guys coming into the stream, hitting the like button. If you're watching the replay, comment below, replay gang. And if you don't want to comment that, just drop any comment below before you head out the door today. And speaking of heading out the door, hanging with Erica and Raph, they had to head out the door before they got here, but going to be MIA, got a ton of housework to get done and catching up on decorating. So hopefully, Erica and Raph, you catch this. We had a little bit of this discussion yesterday with Erica, so hopefully you'll catch some of this on the replay. And Dan's Life at the Kingdom says, all I can say is I'd rather bite the bullet and eat a slice of cake over paying $500 to get into the front of the line. Yes, it is true. The top price right now, not $500, but it is $449 per person during the high volume times at Magic Kingdom. I'm thinking that at Christmas time, that's what's going to happen. $449 per person. So Merry Christmas. Native Hawaiian, good morning and aloha, and me saying good morning. Please smash that like button on the way in. Tom F says hello and good morning. And what is Native Hawaiians coming here? Everyone has a breaking point. Even if the rumor about Liberty Square and Cars Land is true or not, I think I may have reached mine with Disney. It is true. Everybody has a breaking point. If you watched Agatha all along last night, you may have reached your Disney breaking point. If you think Agatha all along is being marketed to families as family-friendly entertainment, because last night's show is not what I would call family-friendly entertainment. Certainly not something I would ever want even my teenager to watch, because it has a particular influence in a particular direction that they are trying to. There's a very strong messaging in Agatha all along of a particular political ideology, and they're pushing it. They're really pushing it. The show's more preachy, but it's kind of weird because it's evil witches. Evil witches are supposed to somehow be the good person that it's really conflated. It's so weird. Tom F says hello, Native Hawaiian. I see Little Mouse 27 saying, hey, Little Mouse 27. And OCDD 93 says good morning. And Nita Seabolt Salt says good morning. There's also a comment here from Native Hawaiian that talks about if they remove Liberty Square all along with the Hall of Presidents, etc. For me, that's just repugnant. There's no other word for me that can convey the kind of disgust that brings out for me. Let's hope that that doesn't happen, because you are not the only person that I've seen with that sentiment. And yes, this is as far there is a rumor going around that Liberty Square Hall of Presidents is all going to go away, but I haven't heard anything official from Disney or anybody that I know from Disney. That is a rumor. Hi, Ron. Pam Empson says hi, Ron. I say hi to Pam. And a lot of people saying hello to each other. For Carsland, Native Aloha. Putin's cat. Is the show late? No, the show started on time today. Well, maybe about 30 seconds late. But we did get it going on time today. We were definitely late yesterday, though, because we had some issues. But this is not true. OCDD not true. Disney execs have officially lost their damn minds. No, I disagree with you. I disagree in the fact that this happened about 20 years ago, and we're just now catching up to the fact that it happened. Frankly, yes, they have officially lost their minds, but I don't think that's recent. I think that was a while ago, and we're seeing the results of it now because time, it's catching up. And yeah, they definitely have officially, but I think it was officially about 15 years ago, and we're just kind of now finding out about it, sadly. So we have an opening date for Epic Universe, May 22nd, says Daniel Walker. Again, I'm going to have to check that out and see if there's a resource on that. I knew that they did say that they were opening by Memorial Day, so 22nd makes a lot of sense. Makes me wonder if that's an official opening date or if that's like a preview date. Nita says Disney enjoys the ire and they are ridiculous. And just got that email about Epic opening. Can't wait. Yay. I haven't checked my email yet, so I have to check that. Mr. Fulton Mraz is here. Morning, Rod. Did you hear breaking news about singer-songwriter Liam Payne of One Direction band member has passed away at the age of 31 years old. That is very sad, and it's really strange, but I would say since the year, I feel like 2022 or so, it just seems like the number of celebrity passings has really just been on the rise. Not because of age, but youthful people between in their 20s all the way up to their 60s. Just seems like a lot of people since around 2022. It just really, really ramped up. I wonder what that could be. I have no idea why something like that could happen. Anyway, Agatha is not political. Yes, it is. That is. A lot of people don't understand that this issue is extremely political. It just is, because when you have a leftist ideology and a group of leftists who are trying to advance an agenda among children, especially, that is very much political. So I know some people's opinion may be that that's not political, but in fact, it is absolutely political. But yeah. You're right about it not adding much to the story. It was thrown in, and that's exactly what makes it political. So, and then we have Bo Fonville. Howdy, Bo. How you doing? Dylan Soup is in the chat. Rhonda H is here. Good morning. Tom F says, so Big Igor is correct then. Oh no, I'm so sad to hear about this, OCDD 93. Just shy of his 28th. Nobody should have to lose a child. Nobody should have to lose a child. It's really, really sad. Actually, a lot of people don't know this, but I was a twin. I was actually a twin. And my twin sister did not make it to birth. That is true. It's a weird little fact. I mean, I don't really have an attachment to a person I never met, but it is strange. It is a fact about me that my mom miscarried my twin sister and not me, and somehow I survived. I don't know how. I guess I'm supposed to be here for some reason. That's my position as well. We've let our AP expire and haven't renewed for the first time in a long time, over a decade. We have DVC points and have a decent stock position. Gosh. Yeah, sorry about the loss of your boy, definitely. Oh, Go and Shogi is here. I'm late. Good morning. Go and Shogi, since you are here, I'm going to put you on Culture Watch. Please let me know when Culture gets his link up. I would appreciate that. And we got other people saying hi in the chat. My goodness. Oh, thank you. Definitely. I hope that I bring somebody some joy, some happiness, some, I don't know, good feeling. Good feeling. Pixie dust that you can't get in the parks anymore. Wait, I can't just grab it. I forgot. I don't have my set. My set's here, actually. You guys want to see it? Look, here's my set. It's still here. But anyway, I do want to let you guys know a lot of people might be coming to the show. I've seen some people even in the chat that I've never seen before. So since I've got at least 19 of y'all people, 21, I see 21 people maybe watching right now. Hey, thank you all so much for coming in. And I want to let you know about something that we do here on the show, because life is a celebration, and I love to celebrate you guys. So anytime we receive super stickers, super chat, super things, gifted memberships, somebody becomes a member, somebody sends a PayPal, somebody goes to buy me a coffee, I got notifications set up for all of it, and at least from the studio I can see all of it. So anytime you guys do anything like that, I celebrate you, and I celebrate with you, and we love to dance. And we got the good music, and we got the fun dance scenes. So we throw down a celebration. You guys want to see what the celebration looks like? Because some of you know, but some of you may not know. This is how we celebrate.
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, that's too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, it's making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
We are back from the dancing. I look like a dancing buffoon. Oh, what's the new trend on TikTok? YMCA. I'm here to say it's the YMCA. We can do what we like. We can feel what we feel. I don't know the words to that song, but apparently that is a trend. And as long as I sing it with my own voice, I don't get copyright infringement. But this is a trend on TikTok. People doing this, the YMCA dance. You guys know what this is, right? This is the dance of patriots. That's what that is. And I have to think, I'll be on, sir. Beyonce. Another TikTok trend. Yes, indeed. I wish I'd got in. Yeah. But the thing is, when you say that word, it literally means only one thing that people attribute to so many other things. And there's a particular action. I don't want to talk about what that action is, but that's the only thing that makes it happen. Other thing else, if it's the Flintstone kind, then we'll have a great old time. Yeah. So yeah, it's the dance of a white guy. Indeed. So a lot of people, we live in a day and age when so many things are conflated, and I'm an older guy. I'm almost 53 years old. So I look at a lot of these younger people and love you guys so much, but there are the people that you're getting taught by in the media at college. A lot of those people, they're a really small group in all of society, but as a small group, they're the kind of people, and let me explain what has happened, okay? When I was a kid, what's up, Vinny T? Oh, you got internet back. Yes, indeed. Are you on Spectrum? I'm on Spectrum. Not always great. So when I was growing up, I remember this very, very clearly. I was in class one day, and we were learning about the Soviet Union, and at that time it was the Soviet Union. Now, our teacher presented the Soviet Union in such a way that it sounded good to us. And I remember this was the early 1980s, right? And I'm in elementary school, and the things that they presented about the Soviet Union is that they find out as a little kid what your talents are, and they school you only that direction. And I don't know, there were a couple of other very, very communistic type things that they were trying to teach us. And at the time, I remember thinking, what's to say? I do the work. When I was in college, but I had to watch YouTube to keep me sane from their views. Wow. So if you were in college watching YouTube, you are much younger than me because there wasn't even internet when I was in college. That's how old I am. But yeah, so going back to the classroom, I thought, oh my gosh, those are such good ideas. We should implement them here. Now, I was smart. I grew out of that thinking because it's very, very incorrect thinking. And as I got older, I understood why liberty and having liberty and pursuing our dreams and being able to have that freedom to pursue our dreams and all of that kind of thing, no matter even if they skew from one thing to another. Like I had throughout my entire life, I haven't always been one thing. I mean, I've had so many different types of jobs, but that's okay because we're free to do that. And if you have my type of personality, you like to do a lot of different things. We're in America. Cheers that we're in America, even though this cup might be a little strange. Cheers to liberty and freedom. And the thing about that is some people don't grow out of that. And those people really wish, and this was my point. I remember thinking, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to influence other people so I can change society to make it better this way. Well, as I grew up, as I grew up, I realized I was very, very wrong because I grew up, I matured, I started listening to the life principles of success from people like Tony Robbins and such. And I realized that I was very, very wrong as a kid. And I realized that if I did some of those things and went that direction, they lead to pain. See, anything that's bad in life is bad because it leads to pain. Anything that's evil is evil because it leads to pain. And that is why evil is evil. That's why good is good and why bad is bad. Good is good because good eventually leads to happiness, even if it's not in the moment. Bad is bad because it eventually leads to massive misery and pain, even if it's not in the moment. So, for example, take drugs, take narcotics, okay? Narcotics might make you really happy in the moment, but really not good at all later on, okay? That's a perfect example of something that is evil because it leads to massive pain. That's why good is good and evil is evil. So I learned that certain things lead eventually to pain, even if they're giving you some kind of fulfillment or happiness or pleasure in the moment. And many of those things in our society today, people call happiness when they will, in fact, lead to pain. But the thing is, there's a small segment of people who didn't outgrow that, like I outgrew it. And because they didn't outgrow it, they have put themselves into positions as adults where they can, even though their ideology is skewed and can lead people to misery, they hold fast to it, even when they become miserable themselves. And some of these people eventually find out that their way of life, they become miserable, but they keep pushing it because now misery loves company and they want more people to be like them. And it's one thing leads to another. You know how that is. So, yeah, it is unfortunate that that has happened in our society, but that's the way it goes. Fortunately, we do still have things like the Bible. Whether you believe in it or not doesn't really matter. It's got amazingly good principles in it, and it will, if you adhere to those principles, very simple things like thou shalt not murder, then you're good. You're good to go. And I know it's very, very difficult to not put anything else before God. That's a very challenging one. We all kind of dismiss that, but we have prayer, we have tools. Our Heavenly Father gave us tools to deal with these things, and not trying to get religious on you, but they're out there and they're up to you guys to find. Do it on your own. This is not the religious or political channel, but there are some things out there that are basically right versus wrong. And, we do talk about right versus wrong on the channel. It's because good stories are about right versus wrong. So we're going to talk about right versus wrong as we go to our first story, possibly the only story that we may have time to deal with today. Although I did want to see if I could find... let me see if I can find this. Epic Universe opening date. Because apparently this is breaking, so... All right, here we go. Let me see if I can share this on the screen. There's a couple of things I got to do to make sure this shares properly, appropriately, and correctly. Add to the stage. There we go. Universal Orlando Resort. I'm going to put myself down here in the corner so you can see this bigger. And here is the press release. Universal Orlando's resort, much anticipated new theme park, Universal Epic Universe, officially opens on May 22nd, 2025. And this is from the source. This is actually right out of Universal media.universalparksusa.com, a press release from Universal itself. Universal Orlando Resort, Universal Hollywood Studios media site, and October 17th, 2024. There is an overview artist conceptual rendering of the park. And if you have been to the preview center or anything like that, it looks like this is going to be amazing, and it's going to be magical, and it's going to be good for the entire family, from the littles all the way up to the bigs. And what does it say? Plus, Universal Orlando Resort to launch select multi-day tickets and vacation packages inclusive of Universal Epic Universe on Tuesday, October 22nd, as well as reservations for Universal Helios Grand Hotel, a Lowe's hotel. Oh, boy, the internet's going to break that day. I'll be busy. I'm just going to announce now we will not have a normal show on Tuesday. I will try and release a video at 9:30 a.m. next Tuesday, but I will be preoccupied with something else that I'm not at liberty to discuss. It's so secretive. Tuesday, October 22nd, as well as reservations for Universal Helios Grand Hotel, Los Hotel Universal Orlando annual pass holders receive priority opportunity to purchase single-day tickets to Universal Epic Universe beginning Thursday, October 24th. Additional ticket options for Universal Epic Universe, including single-day tickets for the general public and more, will go on sale in the months ahead. Oh, wow. So there's a whole story there. And I don't want to get completely into that story, but this is exciting that we have this breaking news out of Universal today. Wow. Very, 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 very cool. Let's see here. It's Jeremy Heath says, seems like just yesterday they started building this. I am impressed. Or as Darth Vader would say, impressive. Most impressive. Even though Darth Vader is a nerfed character by Disney now. So sad. Nothing on an annual passes yet. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to open up annual passes to Epic right away, because it's going to be that I think they're expecting such massive popularity from single day tickets that they don't necessarily want to open up annual pass sales yet, because it's gonna that could make capacity a huge challenge. I love this. Universal is making Disney pay for Epic Universe from their Hulu funds. It's kind of true. That is kind of true. But now I do want to get to the main story. And before we get to the main story, I love to celebrate all of you. We're going to do just a shorter version of that celebration.
Is it too much? Too much? It's perfect!
Oh, this is just the best of us seen. Okay, very good. Might get 2 tickets. Okay, so let's talk about Disney World. Their very convoluted way of competing. With Universal. So here we go. We're going to share this tab, and I want to bring this up on the screen. Lightning Lane Premier Pass. Now, I want to tell you something. I had a great idea about the Lightning Lane Premier Pass. This is something I knew was coming. This is something that even I would, under most circumstances, agree with, except that the way they're doing it, I do not agree with at all. Now, I agree with the idea of there being a Lightning Lane Premier Pass. But in my world, the Lightning Lane Premier Pass, as they're in the way they're doing it, the price points they're doing it, we'll discuss that in a minute, but it would get you to immediately to the real front of the line, and would actually be a different queue, because it's so exclusive and you have to pay so much money for it that I would say you have a different queue altogether, and you get to go as many times as you want. If you pay this much money, it's not just not necessarily just one ride, like one ride on the attraction, but it's but you get to go as many times as you want on the attraction. And the second thing, hold on a second, guys. There was I had some background noise happening there for a second. Yeah, so my idea would have been to take the current Lightning Lane queue as it is and change that back to a free Fast Pass. Okay, so you have then you would have what is now the Lightning Lane queue. If you've been to Disney World, you know. If you've been to a Disney park, you know how they have it set up. So my idea would have been to take what is currently the Lightning Lane queue and make that Fast Pass and go back to it being free. And there's a way to do that. Then you have the regular queue. So you have the Fast Pass queue, the regular queue. The Fast Pass queue, the way that would work is on the day of, and some people would not like this, but it would work this way because it's free. On the day of at 7 a.m., just like when you have like virtual queue, or maybe it could be, I don't know. Maybe you could do it the day before or something like that. Virtual queues open at 7 a.m. And my idea is that at 7 a.m., perhaps a different time because of virtual queue, maybe make it 7:30. But the idea that I had would be to take the free Fast Pass would be available for 3 attractions only. Oh man, they're mowing outside now. You might hear that in the background. Hopefully you don't hear it too much. But you get to pick at 7 a.m. You go in, you pick 3 attractions, hoping that you get the free Fast Pass for those attractions. Obviously, there's some competition with that, but you do your best to get the 3 that you want. And that's it. Once they're planned and you got those 3, those are your times. Now, this is not going to work. That would not work well for everybody, but it would be a free option to skip the line or at least have a shortened line. Now, that line would probably still run 15 to 30 minutes on some of the more popular attractions, but it would still be free and it would be faster than the regular queue. That's the idea behind it. Then this Lightning Lane would be a third queue altogether, and the very few people that use it go right to the front of the line, and it would be a third queue. That's how I would have done it. That's not how Disney did this. So we're going to talk about this. Yes, my pass expires in December. I don't think I'm renewing. I have SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, Universal Islands, Dollywood, and Anakista. Yeah, with all those other things, I don't think you're going to need a Disney pass. VIP tour guide is a better deal on slow days. Park hop, front of the line, knowledgeable cast member, reserve prime viewing for fireworks, parades, and shows. And you help out a cast member get to eat for free. So, there's that too. So I would agree. I think VIP tour honestly is the way to go over buying a Lightning Lane Premier Pass. But the site that I'm on right now is different than the site I was on yesterday. We did talk about this yesterday, but now this is from Walt Disney World itself. They finally got their Lightning Lane Premier Pass up on their Walt Disney World site. I didn't see it yesterday. I only saw Disneyland. So this is what it says. Lightning Lane Premier Pass, a convenient way to save time in line. What it should be is, it should say a convenient, exclusive, extremely expensive way to save time in line. Lightning Lane Premier Pass allows one-time entry to each Lightning Lane experience in a theme park to enjoy at your leisure that day. Beginning October 30th, 2024, we will begin piloting the rollout of Lightning Lane Premier Pass with very limited quantities for guests staying at Disney Deluxe Resorts, Disney Deluxe Villa Resorts, and other select hotels. So let's view the eligible hotels first, and let's see what happens there. This is down from... Okay, no, actually, since that's on the same site, let's do how it works first, and then we'll go to the eligible hotels. So how it works, get a one-time entry to each available Lightning Lane. So you purchase this thing, and every available Lightning Lane, whether it's on the multi-pass or it's a single Lightning Lane, you have availability for that, including the most in-demand attraction. Ride the attractions you want when you want. You don't need to choose specific arrival times. In other words, you just walk up, you get in the line. Now, you're in the same Lightning Lane as everybody else. So you're going to kind of have to visually look for when the Lightning Lane line looks short to get in it if you want the best deal on that. And nothing is going to tell you that. Enjoy your photo perks. I do like this, including digital downloads of select attraction photos and videos, plus unlock Disney Photo Pass lenses. So that is normally, I want to say, $69 or $99 a day for that charge, and they built that into that. So at least you get that. it's a good perk, but it's just this thing is so ridiculously expensive. So eligibility and when to purchase, find out who can purchase, when to purchase Lightning Lane Premier Pass, how to purchase, use this pass. And then here are the eligibility and the resorts when to purchase. We will begin piloting the rollout of Lightning Lane Premier Pass to guests staying at Disney Deluxe Resort Hotels, Disney Deluxe Villa Resorts, and other select hotels for parks during their stay. Eligible guests can purchase Lightning Lane Premier Passes up to 7 days before the first day of the resort stay for the entire length of stay, up to 14 days, starting at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So imagine adding this to your vacation, and it's 7 days, and you're adding at least $200 per person per day. So let's say you have a family of 4, $800 per day extra on top of everything that you're already paying. 7 times 8 is 56. So you're adding $5,600 to your vacation, which, boy, if all you want to do is ride rides at Disney, I feel like you're in the wrong place, because it's like, to me, Disney rides, they're not worth getting on every ride through your vacation. This has to be only for people coming from like Europe, and they have a lot of money. This is crazy. Disney Deluxe Resort Hotels. So this is only available if you're staying at the Animal Kingdom, Beach Club, Boardwalk Contemporary, Grand Floridian, Polynesian Wilderness Lodge, or the Yacht Club. Deluxe Villa Resorts, you've got Bay Lake Tower, Boulder Ridge Villas, cabins at Disney Fort Wilderness. So it does, eligibility applies to Disney Vacation Club cabins only. Oh, that's interesting. So you have to be DVC to stay there. Copper Creek, Disney's Animal Kingdom, Beach Club, Boardwalk, Old Key West, Polynesian, Saratoga Springs, Disney's Riviera Resort, and the villas at Disney's Grand Floridian Resort. Other eligible hotels are the Swan, Dolphin, and Shades of Green. They're doing it for Shades of Green. Well, okay, great. If you're military, you can spend more money. Wonderful. And then valid park admission is required. So this is above the price you're paying for your hotel. So you're paying for your hotel, it's not included. You're paying for your admission, it's not included. One of the biggest convoluted things about this is that if they're trying to compete with Universal, this is exactly the opposite of what Universal does. So Universal prices for their Express Pass are pretty high. They're like $350, somewhere in there a day for their Express Pass, and they probably vary and stuff per person. It's a pretty high price. However, at Universal, if you're staying at a deluxe resort at Universal, that's included. The Express Pass is included. So it's the exact opposite of that. So the perk of staying at a deluxe resort at Universal is getting this Express Pass for free, which can save you a ton of money, because let's say you have a party of 4 at Universal and you pay $800 a night for Hard Rock. Well, it doesn't matter how many people you have in your party. That Express Pass is included for all of them. So let's say you have 5 people in your party staying at Hard Rock in the hotel room. All 5 people get an Express Pass. That could be a value of like $1,400 and about $1,750 a day. It's saving you well over $1,000 a day. And you're getting to the front of the line. And in my understanding, if I understand Express Pass correctly, you can actually go as many times as you want. The other thing is Express Pass is included with your highest level annual pass. If you're an AP at Universal, you get Express Pass for free. Now, it's not until after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but all that means is it's like once 4 o'clock hits, you can go on anything you want. So you could go, let's say you mosey in at 1:30, you watch the parade goes by, you eat lunch after the parade, and then it's 4 o'clock, and then you can go on everywhere. So, like, Universal is doing things, in my opinion, so much better than Disney right now that it is absolutely crazy. Now, this, as you saw, was straight off of the Disney website. I'm checking something right now. I do want to see if I can move you guys over to culture. So as you said, Dan, Universal AP Premier Pass, Express Pass after 4 p.m. Boom. Why couldn't Disney do that? the only reason that I can think of that Disney did not do something like this, or maybe they will eventually, but they don't want to look like they're copying Universal, because if they do it this way, they're admitting Universal is better than they are. Thank you for that. Let me see over here. If I can find it. And save that. All right, that should be good. All right, we should be able to go right over to culture now. Once this is over in a few minutes. And look at me looking down, seeing the top of that. Hey, I didn't mention this yesterday. I wanted to mention this on yesterday's show. This hat, if you ever watch Daredevil, you'll see that Matt wears this same hat. Like, it looks exactly like this in the Daredevil show. I think that's why I bought this. Years ago, I've had this hat for a while, and it looks just like the baseball cap that Matt wears. Universal also gives APs free parking. Well, Disney does that. You know, like every level of Disney has free parking. That is the one thing that they do that is the same. And it should be. If you're an annual pass holder, can you imagine? They wouldn't sell any annual passes if they said you have to park every time you go. That would defeat the purpose. They're admitting they were wrong. I think they are too. And now Disney, Anita's saying the only thing I enjoy is Disney Springs. You know, it's funny because Disney Springs, outside of, I would say, Animal Kingdom still has really good theming, and I'm very curious to see if they. I've always thought that Animal Kingdom needed a South American representation. And so them doing the Tropical Americas, I can't remember what they're calling it. You know, the only thing that bothers me about Tropical Americas is like they're calling the land something that's not South America. So when you walk into Africa in Animal Kingdom, it says Africa. When you walk into Asia, it says Asia. And I feel like they're doing themselves a disservice by not calling South America South America. It's going to have literal representation of the country of Colombia, but I think they're calling it something else. But outside of Animal Kingdom, Disney Springs is actually the best themed area of Disney World. Magic Kingdom is losing its theming. It doesn't have the magic anymore, for sure. Epcot is not an experimental prototype community of tomorrow at all. Whoa. Disneyland APs don't have free parking at any of the tiers except for the top? Jeez, that's crazy. I did not know that. I'm not a Disneyland AP. Does anybody know in the chat? Can you tell me if they've released the Disney America Parks AP? They used to have a pass for all of the American Disney parks, Disneyland and Disney World, and it was an annual pass for all of them. But they got rid of it in 2020. Have they re-released it yet? I don't know. Only top 2 tiers of Disneyland get parking included. Dude, that sucks. Going Shogi was also telling me about a recent visit he had in Disneyland where nothing was up to par. There were the hotel furniture was like they were balancing it with cardboard underneath one of the legs of things and stuff like that. It's ridiculous. Vinny T, we did Velo on back-to-back after 4-2. Velocicoaster, I'm thinking. After my niece was done puking the first time, we all hopped on it again. I've been on Velocicoaster only one time. It's almost too much for me to handle at my age, but it was a great coaster. Don't get me wrong. Velocicoaster is crazy. You have to be, Velocicoaster was right up there with actual skydiving as far as the thrill. Disney Springs is relaxing. The food is great in so many restaurants. Nita, do you know why the food is great in so many restaurants at Disney Springs? It's because most of them aren't owned by Disney. That is a true story. Disney, unfortunately, has lost some of their greatest chefs. While I was working there and I was in food service, I was a cast member in food service. We lost our head chef at the restaurant I was working at. Our head chef went to the area of Disney where they actually create the food, which was cool. But then we went through like 3 more head chefs because every single one they brought in within 2 or 3 weeks had a better offer outside of Disney, and they all kept going outside of Disney, and we kept losing them, and that keeps happening. So, well, maybe it's not the age. Maybe it's just like when I got on Velocicoaster. Actually, I was with my sister. She's older than I am. Let's see, I'm 52. She's 57. And she loved it. And my niece loved it. And it was a blast. But I think I liked Hagrid's better because Velocicoaster is just so much. Still got to be careful of our hearts and stuff like that. So I try to maintain my health and all of that. But yeah, I just think that this lightning lane stuff is just absolutely crazy. And this, have we broken down the pricing yet? We have not broken down the pricing. So let's break down once again the pricing that they've released. And I didn't see. Let me see if I can find the pricing here. I'm going to see if I can find the pricing on no, let me see. No. So there's no pricing yet listed on the actual Disney website. So we're going to share over here. Let's go through the pricing, because this is where it gets so ridiculous. So pricing, this is out of Disney Tourist blog. Disney's Animal Kingdom. Prices for Lightning Lane Premier Passes vary by date and theme park. Let me see if I can blow this up for you. Prices for Lightning Lane Premier Passes vary by date and theme park. Launch prices will range from $129 per person to $449 per person plus tax, with the highest prices falling on a limited number of days over peak travel periods. Here are the ranges for each park. And wow, let's look at these prices. Holy moly. All right, so Disney's Animal Kingdom looks like the least expensive park. And it has one of the best rides, but you can only go on it once. You can't go. If you could go on it over and over again, it'd probably be worth it, which I've done without paying anything extra. I actually got on Pandora, Flight of Passage, Avatar, Land of Avatar, with my older son. One time we rode that. It was a walk-on. We rode it 3 times in a row. No line, no waiting. Through the regular queue, so we had to go all the way through. That's a long queue. I had to go all the way through the regular queue, and got right on it 3 times in a row, without having to pay anything. Disney's Animal Kingdom Park, $129 to $199 per person per day plus tax. Epcot, $169 to $249 per person plus tax. Epcot has, I wonder what it's going to do to Living with the Land line. Oh gosh, that's funny. Disney's Hollywood Studios, $269 to $349 per person plus tax. Magic Kingdom, $329 to $449 per person per day plus tax. If a family of 4, that is literally $1,900 plus tax. I mean, $1,800 plus tax. My math. Like $1,800 for a family of 4 per person per day plus tax. Oh my gosh. Plus, so if you look at the average of, let's say, at that time of the year, maybe $1,000 a night for the Grand Floridian, $1,800 per person for these lightning lanes. That's $2,800 a day. And then entrance to the park is about $200 per person per day during Christmas time. So I'm talking peak season, Christmas time. All right, so now you're talking about $3,600 for one single day at Christmas at the Magic Kingdom. If you have, how much money would you have to make that worth it and not go to like Bali for Christmas or Italy or Germany or some other amazing place in the world? Why would you want to take that amount of money and spend it at a Disney park when there's so many other travel options? That's what I don't understand. That there are so many other, when you have that much money, $3,600 per day, $36,000 over the course of 10 days. Who are they marketing this to? What group? This is, they added a fifth key a few years ago, Disney did, called inclusion. This is exclusion at its top notch. What they mean by inclusion is not what the word actually means. Of course, obviously, the word would mean I'm including everybody no matter what. You can't really have inclusion if you're not basically giving everything away for free. That's really the only way to include everybody, because there are people who can't afford any of the stuff. So if you wanted to include everybody, you'd have to give it away for free. But that's not what they mean by inclusion. They're talking about including people who make decisions to behave certain ways. That's what they're talking about. So it's not about who you are as a person. It's about the decisions you make. And it's kind of just really $18 a ride. Go and Shogi says $18 a ride at the Animal Kingdom at the $129 price point. I don't see how that's worth it. Even at Christmas time, I just don't see how that's worth it. If you want to have a really good Christmas vacation to Disney, just don't plan on riding a lot of rides. Plan on riding 3 or 4 per day, and then don't buy anything extra. And then my mom is here, Kathleen Fantazi, says, I would rather go to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, or Dollywood for a week at Christmas, or Silver Dollar City. Silver Dollar City is gorgeous at Christmas time. And those areas, oh my gosh, how beautiful are any of these places at Christmas time? Absolutely. I don't think that these prices are made for a single American. It just doesn't seem like. And then Nita says, it would have been if it was a pass for all the parks. What a huge wad of patooey. I'm going to say patooey. You know what word we wrote, but I'm just kind of keeping it clean for the algorithm. And then Vinny says, just got back last week, going back for Thanksgiving. I'm assuming that's Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg. Such a beautiful area of the country. Wait until Nintendo Land Christmas party kicks off. Rest in peace, Disney. German market is great at Christmas too. Yeah, so many good comments here. But speaking of great comments, and speaking of all of you making those great comments, we cannot leave our broadcast without one last celebration. So let's celebrate before we all move over to culture, because we're not celebrating Disney. We're not celebrating high prices at Disney, but we are celebrating all of you, because you guys are the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out. Let's celebrate!
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes to be on the show, I think I would go so crazy. to be a pretty decent guy, I must say.
Woohoo! Thank you, Go and Shogi, for gifting. Gifties 5. Follow the Bradley Fun memberships that went out to. Let me see if I can find. Looks like we've got Beach, Fox Life, Samuel Sellers, Pete McDevitt. Hello, Pete. Got a gifty. Alyssa's Adventures in Cruising. All got gifties from Go and Shogi. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Appreciate that absolute generosity. And where are we? And man, I appreciate all of you guys out there so much. And again, I just want to reiterate, I don't think Lightning Lane Premium technically is a bad idea. In general, I don't think it's a bad idea. I think that if you're going to do it, what you need to do is see what they're doing right now is putting all these people in the same Lightning Lane as everybody else that buys the Lightning Lane for not premium, which is going to make the Lightning Lane possibly longer. Possibly. I just feel like if they did a third queue for Lightning Lane only, get rid of the title premium and just make that Lightning Lane. Make the current Lightning Lane a free fast pass, 3 selections only, and you're done. You can't make it anymore. Change them around. It'll be a little bit different than it was, but it would be free. And then you have the regular queue. I think if you did that, I think it would be great. So, like, I'm not completely against the idea. I've actually liked the idea of an upcharge, but I do think it's funny that it's the opposite of universal, because for me, if you're going to do this premium, it should be included. If you're doing, it should be included at the deluxe resorts. And right now, it's only available for the deluxe resorts. So it makes more sense. If you're staying, for example, you want to save money and stay at Pop Century, and then you want to put that money towards this exclusive opportunity, that makes sense. So I just kind of want to reiterate, I'm not against the idea. I just don't like the way that they're doing it, because it's kind of weird. It's just, I guess the reason I don't like the way they're doing it is because they are specifically catering to the wealthiest of the wealthy visitors to Disney. And I feel like it would be, if they included, if they made this so that you could get this, even though you're staying maybe even off property, that it would be more inclusive. Anyway, that's just me. Just an opinion. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, you guys are the energon that makes this guy transform and roll out. And speaking of rolling out, we're going to roll out of here right now and send you guys over to the Pete McDevitt Show. The list you're going to see does not include today's new members, but I will try and get it updated for tomorrow. Thank you guys for being here. And until the next time, we'll see you real soon. Ciao, everybody. Bye. Thank you so much.